What's up, guys? Welcome. What's up, Trey?
Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. So yeah, we were just talking about what were we talking about? I forgot.
We were talking about our trip to one of the
Mount Shasta.
most kind of potent energy points on the earth, which is Mount Shasta.
Shasta.
I almost said Mount Shasta.
Getting British. You're starting to get British.
Yeah, dude. Now I'm saying crisps instead of chips.
God. Well, I guess it's better than American, but whatever.
Although I still say pants, and Helki keeps thinking I'm referring to my underwear because pants.
It's trousers.
Yeah, pants are underwear and trousers. But dude, Mount Shasta was we didn't have that much time there, but it was a cool trip. I think on the first day we get there, we drive up to the mountain and it's the peak of winter.
No.
And we just start hiking with no snowshoes and no preparation really. And we're sinking in the snow down to our hips. And we're just trudging up this mountain.
Because let me say this. So we were listening to audio tapes. It was a 19-hour drive from Colorado, and the whole time we were listening to these audio tapes of these aliens and how there's these portals on the mountains, and if you go up to climb the mountains, you can literally see aliens. And me and Trey were okay, we're definitely the chosen ones. We're definitely they're definitely gonna find us, especially if it's winter, So we get there, we put our shit down, we drive straight up, right as it's about to be nighttime. Literally
after a what? How long drive from Reno? We went straight to Shasta.
Reno. Yeah, that was fun. Remember the photo of me with that thing on my here? My friend was like, dude, you put that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one can know about this.
So if any of you are in Europe and don't know what Reno is the kind of crack baby child of Las Vegas. It's the worst.
It's the world's biggest little city is what it's called.
Yeah. And we turn up on a Wednesday or Tuesday or something when there's no one there except for all the people
or at least I got fucked up. You got fucked up too. We gambled and shit. And
we did drink. Yeah.
A lot. Remember we were at some bar with the weirdest people just vibing out. I can't remember what we did.
And we probably talked with every person we passed on the street was either hammered or looking for drugs.
Yeah, we had some convos with some really methed out dudes, which is always scary, but yeah. Anyways, we get to Shasta, we try to climb up the mountain to see if we can find aliens, and at some point it's getting dark.
You see this funny contrast. This is kind of what Jesse and I do. We go into the depths of kind of the dingiest, worst kind of shadowy place.
Yeah, and we love it.
Then we get
drunk with the locals.
And then the next day we're on a mountain looking for aliens.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's what I want to do with this trip we're just talking about. So weirdly enough, I've been really feeling called by the country of Ecuador. I have a
Wait, let's finish the Shasta story first.
Okay, sorry, I'm ADD. Okay.
Yeah, so go on. Okay,
fine.
So we're climbing this mountain, bloody, freezing, wet. We left some I don't know what, we left a blanket. Remember we carried a blanket onto the mountain? We had to leave it by this tree because it was so heavy. And it was falling with snow. We were sinking down to our hips.
Wasn't there a time where you really, really fell deep? Like I was kind of scary. I was like, dude, chill.
Yeah, I literally had to go onto my stomach to climb out of the snow. And we went for 2 hours, and then this freaking snowstorm kind of comes in. And remember, we could hardly see where we were, and we had no service on the mountain. And we kind of just got to this point where we're we need to turn back or else we're going to get lost. Although that probably should have been the point where we kept going,
We're too risk adverse. That's the problem. But we didn't go. Yeah, we didn't risk it all. We came back and we were fine. But it could have been sketchy.
And that's where Jesse ended up meeting Star Walker. What was his name again? Star Wars.
I thought of him today. Eric Skywalker.
Yeah, Eric Starwalker, who's this like astrologer, and we ended up meeting him at this bar, and we ended up driving back to his like.
You met him. How is my memory better than yours, dude? This is crazy.
Yeah. Like I met him at the bar. I don't know what you were doing. You were like.
I was doing reading.
In the room.
I was actually doing a reading for.
Oh yeah.
Because I met him 2 or 3 times, and I had to keep redoing it because I kept fucking up the birth time. And she's recently messaged saying she's listening to our podcast. So say what up to her.
Hey Paella. Yeah, this is the first time we ever even heard of you. I heard of you. And we were in Mount Shasta. So I went to the bar by myself and met this guy, for Jesse, and then
story
like I'm really awkward there because I haven't drunk anything, and everyone's kind of dancing in this small bar in Mount Shasta, and I'm kind of intimidated by this old guy named Starwalker.
Who looks like a meth head. Like he has missing teeth and shit. He looks like a trailer park meth head, but then he's like spitting out like astrology, like wisdom, and has such a calming presence. So you feel super safe around him. But if you like look at him at just face value, you'd be like, dude, this guy's gonna rob me and fucking,
He had like a cool cowboy hat and everything, and like he took us back to his trailer.
No, you have it all wrong. Let me just tell a story, Trey. Your days are fucked. That was 3 different days. So you met him at a bar. Really? Yeah. You met him at a bar alone. I was doing my readings. I love how my memory.
Didn't you come to the bar later that night?
No, I didn't. We got Indian food with that really like crazy cool Indian guy who used no GMOs. He was like telling us about how important it is to cook with the right oils and shit. Then I went home. I worked. You did yours. You went and met Skywalker or whatever. Really good guy. And then the last night, like we were getting Thai food. We were gonna leave the next morning. And I was like, okay, I'm going to text him. And like, if it works out, I'm just going to get a reading from him, And he said, the only way you can get it is if you bring me cash, want like $120 cash. And he lived kind of in the boonies, like outside of Shasta. And I was like, all right, if he texts me back by the next 20 minutes with the address, we can go. And he did. So we showed up there, and it was like this very like interesting kind of meeting of like this old astrologer with this like new astrologer. Of course, who's like, you have a lot in common with, your astrology has a lot in common with our president Donald Trump's astrology. Do you know that? Yes, I know. And we just talked for a little bit in his trailer. He had like all this like Native American like that big thing, like totem pole thing that was facing the mountains.
Yeah,
epic.
Yeah, and he was like rolling like 30 cigarettes, and
that was like the meth head thing. And then, I remember the dogs. Okay, to get up to his house,
there were dogs.
It was literally like archetypal, like it was like the guard dogs to truth, Like there's
the underworld,
to the underworld, right? The Pluto energy. So there's like all these really intense. It was not a welcoming place. I mean, it literally like my car. I was like, it was going so vertical. Like I was like, fuck, is my car gonna fall backwards? Like I got a Hyundai. I don't have a fucking Jeep, And it did well, as it has on our multiple mountain adventures. So I got stuck in that hole that one time.
We put that car through some shit, like trying to get to like these remote camping sites on mountains,
Yeah, I needed a Jeep, dude. And I'm probably gonna get a Jeep here, and I definitely should have got one there. But anyways, fuck. So yeah, we meet him, we talk to him, he tells us this crazy shit. He does the reading for me like a week later on the phone, and I still have it. And it was very, very synchronistic. And he said one thing that was like so cool was like, astrology, like readings like that, there's like little moments that stick out. And he's like, it's so important for you to like feel very comfortable and safe where you live. And it was before I moved to where I live now. And I'm not ever gonna leave where I live now. Like I'll put that. I would buy a house here. Like I'm ready to write the paperwork. Like I don't give a fuck, because like I live in the best place. And I was talking to this taxi driver a second ago about how amazing Cluj is and how much better it is than Bucharest and even like places in Western Europe, and way better than fucking America. And it was just a really great 20-30 minute convo, and just feel grateful to be where I'm at. And I thought of that reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool place. And like speaking of aliens and like entering inner Earth, like the Mount Shasta is meant to be like a portal to inner Earth, which is primarily from this like hollow Earth theory. And there's actually a lot of new kind of evidence supporting hollow Earth, considering like the mass of our Earth, that was, the scientific kind of measurements to calculate the mass of our Earth was done with outdated and disproven mathematical theories and calculations, and it hasn't been updated since Einstein's theory of relativity. So it's pretty interesting, and there's a lot of really well-known scientists, including this guy named Halley, who is named after Halley's Comet, who believed that the Earth was hollow. And there's countless indigenous tribes, people from South America, from North America, from India, from all over, that believe that their origin story was that they came from out of the earth, that they were at one point living in the earth and came to live on the surface. And there's even these really ancient Norse and Celtic mythology which says the same thing. So it's pretty interesting. And even like the Tibetan monks and stuff, they have temples built over these like subterranean caverns, and the monks are guarding these entrances to inner earth, or to like Shambhala, which is this kind of city of enlightened beings within the earth. So there's a lot of cultures and indigenous people that are talking about the fact that there are beings within there. And moving on to kind of the next thing, like Jesse and I have simultaneously been on this.
No, let me tell it, dude, because I think you're fucking with me, bro.
No,
before
dude.
Before we started this,
Ecuador before you even said it.
No, okay, but here's proof.
Man.
When I lived in Eugene, Oregon, I used to have a crush, a mega crush on this Ecuadorian presenter on TV. She was like for like a football show. I had like an Ecuador channel, and I watched it every single day just for her. But also, I felt the vibe with Ecuador. Like I felt like, why Ecuador? Why not Colombia? Why not this or that? So also I had a client recently who might be listening to this. What's up if you are? And thank you again. Who after our session of astrocartography, she gave, like, we started talking, like she had extensive time in Ecuador, and I was already kind of thinking about like Mexico, Ecuador, Brazil. I've been called so much to that part of the world. Brazil more to like, because I love to party and go to electronic stuff, music stuff. But that's also spiritual for me. But this is a different kind of spiritual, and I want to do both of them. And she gave me the names like tons of shamans and like people like that. My mom's already involved with that kind of thing. So I said it at the start of this episode, like before we started recording, I was like, Trey goes, oh dude, I really want to go to Ecuador. And I literally, as I was about to fucking say it, and then I was like, all right, let's go, let's go in June. And I talked to Jacqueline last night, my psychic, and she said June is perfect for me. And that she said like it's your life purpose, like being activated. When I told her, she like saw like this bright lights. She's like, that means it's the life purpose. Bring the camera. So if you're actually thinking about this, and I'm thinking about this at the same time, when we haven't been talking that much lately, because you're a fucking cunt. Just joking. No, but no, he's not. But we haven't been talking enough to the point to where you would know that I was thinking about that. So that makes it kind of crazy. So that means we got to go in June.
Yeah, because for me, I was thinking of Mexico as well. In our previous podcast, we were talking about Mexico, and then like I'm on a phone with one of my clients, as well, and he's from Ecuador, and he starts telling me like how beautiful Ecuador is, all the nature, and I start like searching it up, and I'm like, whoa, Ecuador is like really cool. And then the other day I was watching this video on these ancient tribes in Ecuador, and how they're also guarding this sacred knowledge that's kept within these subterranean caverns. And they also believe that they were children born within the earth and came up onto the surface, and they're guarding this area. And there's all these like Western scientists, Western like explorers who tried to find these subterranean caverns, and a couple found them. And there's this whole thing where like this one kind of Christian guy found him, and he reported it back to the church. And when the Vatican came and took all these ancient relics that were like these gold plates with these inscriptions on it that were thousands and thousands of years old.
But what did you once say about gold? I literally thought before you said gold, a memory came to me of you having a very wise comment once. What was the line?
If I lived a life of service, I would have much gold. Something like that.
But there's something about fishing, like for gold, you know?
Fishing for gold?
Like where you go and like try to find gold in the river. Or not fishing, but whatever it's called.
Wait, what?
That's always what I imagined from that quote.
That I would go fishing for gold. Like
no, that you. Gold. I just imagine. Yeah, I imagine you sitting by a river and just doing a life of service, and then like manifesting the gold. But
that's funny.
Yeah.
I went down a gold river in Costa Rica once, like tripping so hard on mushrooms, and there were all these like Costa Rican like people sifting for gold through the river, and there were these two guys, and I was just like naked with like this stick, and I found this like old piece of like cloth and wrapped it around my like arm, and I was wearing all these things, just tripping balls on mushrooms with my pants like around my neck. And these two Costa Rican guys just passed me by, and like I just hear them like mumbling in Spanish and like, "Hey, Mr. Loco!" Like as they pass me, they're just like, you know, like this guy's crazy. Like what the fuck?
Gringo loco. Okay, so I should relearn Spanish. Tell me, because I can relearn it fast. I've known it before.
Yeah, I mean, Spanish. I think Spanish is one of my favorite languages, and just my like the Latin culture, especially in like the southern. I've never been to Spain, so I don't know what Spain's like, but in Costa Rica, Mexico, just I love the freaking vibe of
Spain is very different. They speak really like, fucking fast. You can't understand anything.
Yeah, but like Spanish just has this like cheeriness to it. Like you need to have some, it has this really like
festive and funny. Festive and funny. It's like very Leo energy. Or more calm than Leo.
And I just love how like
no, it's Leo.
Heart-centered those cultures are. They're like so centered around like family and ancestry, and they're really like intimate and romantic, and deep in a way that I prefer over like Italian, or other European romantic countries. There's just like a lot of love in these like South American cultures that, I mean, they've been conquered by Spain, but it's like their heritage really shines through their language.
Sure. So we'll see about that. Should be interesting. But
yeah,
cool
but I've been really wanting to, go on some sort of.
Yeah, I need it. And me and you together will be better. It'll be better us two than just alone. We kill it together, We meet. We always have funny occurrences with people, and then also really serious ones. Yeah. Your friend. I can think of people saying like, "Your friend Trey is a crazy guy."
Jesse's and our dynamic is we somehow are just like I said before, we somehow explore the nit and grit of a place, the shadow aspects of something, while at the same time finding the spirituality in it,
because they're both the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to explore both. You have to get drunk at the local bar with the fucking dark people, and then you'll meet the aliens. That's my quote of the year.
Yeah.
I got a question, switching gears. This is some deep shit. So I was going to start with this. What is the symbolism? I've broken 2 tea kettles in the last 12 hours.
No way.
One was really good, like my owners. I had to buy a new one. It was like very nice, probably from China. And then I broke another one that I got in fucking Turkey. Just, I don't know. I was trying to clean it last night, and I dropped it, and it didn't break. But then I poured water in this morning, and I guess there's a hole in it, so the water all spilled everywhere. I've been spilling so much water lately. Like I just spilled all over my agenda 2 minutes ago. Look how bad this is.
Oh man, that's it. I got a new kettle that has a temperature, so you can set it to different temperatures, because mate, you can't pour water. You can't pour water in that's over 80 degrees. So I just
mix like boiling water with cool water. Like I put maybe
that's too
3/4.
much work for me, man. I don't like I don't want to get those ratios mixed up. I just need that perfect 80 degrees, bro.
Yeah, bro. Well, you probably paid a lot of money for that fucking thing. I just ordered a new one.
Like 20 quid.
20 quid. All right. Yeah. So what does that mean about me that I'm like spilling all these things? Breaking
Perhaps, water is life. Water represents life. It represents like, kind of the lifeblood of the world. So, maybe it's a sign that you're cracking open, that your shell, your container is starting to crack, and the life is starting to seep back out, and maybe you're starting to spill over and kind of turn and you leave, or you're actually just wasting everything.
I love how you gave me a serious answer. But yeah, keep going with this. This is good stuff.
Or you're in a place of ignorance where
yeah, that's more like it, where I'm careless.
Yeah, where you're careless and
I'm breaking things that cost money.
You're spilling valuable life essence because you're not present enough with what you're doing. And it's a reminder to take care with all the things you're doing, even the smallest things.
Whatever. As I'm watching this Instagram POV when your whole family games, it's like this probably $10 million house, and every single member of the family is in different rooms with super crazy tech setups and like really amazing gaming setups, and like they're all like in their VR worlds just gaming, dude.
Yeah, dude, family goals.
But it's still chill, I don't know. This house is crazy cool. Wow. Metaverse, dude. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's go to Ecuador. Why not? Film it. I'll get a new camera, I guess. I probably should, huh? How much is it, like a good camera? Like good camera. And no one's gonna fucking steal from me.
Honestly,
I don't give a fuck. But you're blonde ass. We're getting robbed. God damn it. We're getting robbed.
Dude, I was going around Mexico at night.
This isn't Mexico. You need to look more like me. Like, oh, but I'm gonna be blonde too on Monday. Fuck. Yeah, we're fucked. We're gonna get robbed. Let's just get a gun. Let's find a gun there and just carry it around. Like
dude, I'll just wear a hat the whole time, bro.
You still have blue eyes and you're tall as fuck. Everyone's short in South America.
True.
You're gonna stand out like fucking crazy. Even my brother, who's way less standing out than you, like is taller and has blue eye or green eyes, like he stands out. You would stand out like a fucking sore thumb.
Dude, imagine I'm just gonna grow my fucking beard, my facial hair, so that it's really like ragged, and then I just always wear a hood and a hat at night.
It's hot though. It's gonna be super hot.
At night.
Dude, you should dye your hair black and I'll go blonde, you go black. We trade.
I'm not going there again. The journey it took to get my hair from black to blonde again was horrible.
Oh yeah, that's gotta suck. And your hair's long.
Literally, like I tried going back to blonde after I went black when I was an emo teenager, and my hair became this like ratty mess, like hay, like rotting hay. And like every time I went swimming, it got so fucked and tangled up. It was just like, and I looked like this fucking bleached adolescent punk acne marked fucker.
Yeah, so let's not do that. Hey, talk about something. I need to run to the bathroom.
All right. So bathrooms, eh?
Yeah, talk about let's not talk too much about Ecuador because let's keep it kind of secret, Mm-hmm. But that's how I think. Is that weird? That like makes my brain work better somehow. How about talk about relationships. No, I'm joking. It's a joke we have because we talk too much about those in these podcasts.
Yeah, we have like 6 episodes about relationships out of our like 20.
We have 25. But we're over that shit. We don't really care anymore. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, so I mean,
figure it out. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, I've been so interested in just like these kind of inner earth mystery topics, and kind of getting into like these, researches about these expeditions that went down to kind of find like some sort of inner earth. And there's all these really crazy stories out there. Like this one like US pilot flew over like Antarctica and saw all these like flashing lights in the South Pole, and landed and had these experiences with these beings who came from a land named Agartha. And he came back to the US and reported all his findings, and he was like sworn to secrecy, like he wasn't allowed to share this information. And the US government funded this giant expedition back to Antarctica. And now there's this zone in Antarctica, like on Google Maps, where it's just completely blurred out. Like you can't make out anything, just like Area 51. You can't see what is actually there, and no planes are allowed to fly over it. And it's really crazy. And, there's this theory about the northern, the Aurora Borealis, that it's actually like released through this chemical reaction of like gas fusion that says, that it comes from within the earth out through this hole and comes into the sky, which is very much like Avatar. I don't know if you've watched Avatar, The Legend of Korra. It's on Netflix. It's a kid's show, but it's like really spiritual. There's all these things, like it's teaching kids how to like activate their chakras. It's talking about spiritual portals and elements and everything. It's really cool. And yeah, so I mean, I'm really interested in those things, and like would love to kind of dive in more and go on a little exploration and kind of uncover some secrets. But it's like also crop circles are pretty crazy. Do you know that like 70% of crop circles are in the UK?
What do you
Hey,
mean?
Mr. Monster Red Bull fiend. Holy shit. Hell energy, monster energy, double Red Bull. The jester from the Harlequin realm is hoarding his energy drinks. Where are you pulling them from? He just keeps pulling them out of thin air. He's like this dark sorcerer pulling energy drinks from nothing.
Cheese.
Cheese and energy drinks. Is that what you live on these days?
They fell on my fucking dick. That was my karma. Yeah, I started drinking energy drinks at night.
Nice. That'll help you sleep.
I sleep so well, dude. That's okay. Okay, that was really interesting what you said. I was in the bathroom like thinking about how we forgot to take notes again.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I have the title. Jesse and Tre travel to Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And that's all we need. And we're not gonna, people can listen if they fucking want to. I don't care if they listen. Actually, I do, but Jesse, or let's get Tre and Jesse. I don't want to always be first. Although it sounds better Jesse and Tre because it's like alphabetical. Don't you think? Or is Tre and Jesse?
Or
is that whatever. My fucking is that my
Jesse and Tre? I'm more used to hearing because
it just sounds JT sounds better than TJ. Tre Jesse. Yeah, let's we like okay how we like us two. Whatever, Jesse and Tre, whatever. It's not about being first or second. It just sounds fucking better for the name of.
Hey, if you ain't first, you're last, motherfucker. Ricky
Bobby. Yeah. Travel to Middle Earth in June. Okay, so I have notes for this one. Yeah, it's super interesting. I think we're gonna find something there. There's something for us, and I think we're gonna get famous from it. To be honest, me and you, big guy. That's what it's always been about. Us two, just discovering, moving through, the world, meeting people, having a good time, not just being like some nerds, like also like striking up some good conversations, making people laugh.
Yeah, bro. And
Maybe
honestly,
I'll force you to
we
smoke
don't
a little
need
bit of weed because you're so fucking
we
funny when
don't
you're high.
we don't even need more than an iPhone camera. Like the
True.
things people can do in an iPhone camera, all you need is like a stabilizer, like a gimbal with like
Yeah.
a three-axis stabilizer, so that you can get smooth motions. And seriously, we don't need to,
Dude, have
buy
you seen
anything
my
extra.
new phone yet, dude? Have you seen my new phone yet, bro?
I've seen your phone.
Dude, have you seen how many cameras are on? Look at this.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
that's
I got 3, bro.
Dude, I have 60 lenses on 60 cameras on my phone and 1,000 megapixels.
1,000 megapixels.
Yeah.
I have 4K resolution video footage. That's
Is
more
your
than
iPhone
that.
like the new iPhone?
Yeah.
Ah, you fucker. It's so much better than my phone. My phone actually kind of sucks. I kind of hate my new phone. It's heavy. It's not as good as my old one, which was so slim and sexy.
Yeah.
It has this non-sexy white line that is constantly through the middle of it.
Damn, that's pretty spiritual line right there.
Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I had something I was gonna say, but I forgot it. God damn it. It was a lighter tone.
Nocturnal people. Those were real. Jesse's a nocturnal being.
Yeah. I'm nocturnal, guys. I literally sleep at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. these days. I sleep, but I've been doing better the last few nights. I've been waking up at 2 p.m. and going to bed at like 6. So I'm improving.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what's it called? Genetically, there's a reason why there's people who do better at night than do better in the day. It's because when we were living in tribes, we needed shifts and rotations to like kind of keep the village safe or to keep the tribe safe. So some people became more naturally
I was the
acclimated
night
to the
watcher.
night.
That's
Yeah,
a
and the
cool
other
nickname
ones
for me.
came better acclimated to the day, so that there was always someone awake or groups of people awake at different parts of the day, and that has been continued to be passed on through our genetics. And so the thing is with society is that you have to be, if you're working a typical job or you're kind of trying to be productive, within the rat race, you have to adhere to these, and you have to conform to like the 7 a.m. wake up where you work till like 6.
It's a consensus.
Yeah, but it's not actually healthy for nocturnal people to do that, and they won't be productive during those hours. And it actually is a way healthier method to kind of break up days. So there's people who would come in later in the day and people who come in earlier, because that people work completely different, but there's not that space for that to occur right now. But that's kind of why, so if you feel like you're not waking up early, so many people think like, oh, waking up early with the sunrise is like the healthiest thing to do. But it really depends on your chronotype, the way you sleep, and your kind of the genetic karma that you're working with right now. And, it can be just as healthy to wake up later and stay up later into the nights.
Yeah, I'm way more creative at night. I'm way more talkative at night. Like my days, I feel like I don't want to be around anyone. I don't care if you're like the love of my life or like Jesus Christ in feminine form. Like I don't want to see you until 2 hours, at least an hour or 2 hours after I'm awakened. Like for me, that's like where I re-become me. And I think a part of that's my mental health stuff. I feel it really, really heavy. I know a lot of humans do too, but like I feel it really, really heavy in the morning, and I have to really like a lot, like not all the time, but some days it's just like I can barely handle like being just me, and like adding someone else in there, it's just bad news. So it's like I use the days to kind of pump myself up. If it's by working out, if it's by going on a walk and seeing and looking at people watching, or going to the mall like I did today, whatever I do, I want to put myself in a position to where, like right now it's 7:40. I have a client at 8:30. I have a client at 1:30. I'll probably do a chart between that. So that's that's a good amount of work. That's probably what, like 4 hours of work ish, you know, like that's like a good amount of work in a day. Plus this, so that mean I have like a 6-hour work day, you know, if you count this as work. Literally talking to my best friend about whatever the fuck we talk about, but it is work. But like, yeah, so like the point is, like I've started to look at that differently and not like shame myself, because like my family, my mom, my Virgo mom's like, you're unhealthy, bad Jesse.
Yeah.
So.
And like for me, I work I'm kind of in a middle ground. Like for me, I work best, you know, in the towards the early after, like 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I work really well. And then after 5 p.m. it's like very creative energy, where I just want to like chill and draw, or, you know, do something like that. And in the morning, I wake up around 10, 11. I just want to do like spiritual things, like, you know, meditate, stretch, listen to like cool alien podcasts or something like that. And then, so, you know, and I tried this, like forcing myself to wake up at 6:30 every morning. And I did that for like almost 3 weeks. And I did that for almost 3 weeks, and I couldn't get shit done. I could hardly work for 2 hours without like passing out, you know, in the middle of the day. And it
puts so much pressure on you, because like at night you're like, imagine you get this crazy momentum where you're like, oh, I'm doing so good on this, or I'm having a podcast or Cosmos or whatever it is, and you're like, oh fuck, I have to wake up at 6. I can't continue this. It's like, give yourself the freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
Give yourself the freedom.
Give yourself the freedom, baby. And it's like we put so much pressure on ourselves, you know, to kind of adhere to certain rules. Although Jesse doesn't, you know, he's holding up 2 monsters. He's like, fuck pressure.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck.
And you know, I've really been finding this philosophy now that it's like this whole grind mentality is such a joke. Like, if, you know, the more relaxed I am, the more chill, laid back, the more I take my time, the more I get done, you know? It's like, if I sit down to work, I'm like, okay, I have to get this done by this amount of time. And I'm like, oh, I'm stressed. You know, it doesn't come out as fast. There's like a block in my writing.
Because it's not coming from love. Like, it has to come from love. And you can only find the energy of love when you allow yourself to be fluid, and you allow yourself to be boundless, and just like not have rules. Like, your rules should not be the rules of society, because if it's made for a certain type of person, it's made for a certain group of people to enslave other people to be productive. It's like, if I was a piece of shit and I own the world, and I was like, all right, how can I make a world that makes people do the most shit for me? Like ants, like a king of an ant colony, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, for anything like creative, or like, you know, that's going to be good, you have to invest in yourself. And it's different for everyone, you know? But I know for me, like if I'm doing if I force myself, if someone pressures me to do a reading, it's not like, I do pretty well under pressure, not to lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say I've always been good under pressure, but it's still not gonna be the same as if like you didn't tell me, like you didn't push me to do it. You know, I can't really do deadlines, but like I'll get it done. But like, I feel like for most people who aren't, like, the pressure just kind of makes you kind of like fuck up, you know?
Yeah. And that got me thinking, how do ants even like reproduce? Like,
I've been thinking a
how
lot about
does
ants lately too, bro. Have you
yeah.
also? How do they fuck? I
So
mean, they probably have little
okay,
micro
so
dicks. Ant
so
cock.
winged ant males and virgin queens swarming to search for a mate from another colony. Okay, so a queen looks for a mate from another colony and she only mates once and stores the male's sperm in a specialized pouch until such a time as she opens the pouch and allows sperm to fertilize the eggs she produces. Damn.
That's kinky. I wish we did that.
So if you see ants with wings, it's before they've mated and it's when they're swarming to look for a new mate. And then once they mate, they lose their wings. But she only has to mate once to produce thousands and thousands and thousands of ants because she can just release the sperm whenever she wants. And it's like, how much sperm did they put into her sack? That's like,
Well, how many fucking kids does that one ant have who fucked her?
a lot.
So how does he keep his relationships with them going? Like, ant
They don't.
psychology. That's
Yeah, it's like you're kind of just born to work. And I always wanted to kind of shrink down into the size of an ant and just kind of explore like ant colonies, to see what it's like under there.
I just want to know about ant psychology. Like what, maybe their obsession with work is linked to their daddy issues and mama issues,
They never stop working, until they die.
Because they're workaholics, Trey. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're workaholics. And why is someone a workaholic? A workaholic is a workaholic because they're trying to make up for something they lack inside. So they're trying to push away facing something, right? If I have this emotion or this thought, like as an ant, that I have never been able to get to know my mom or my dad, I was one of 10,000 kids, I don't even know my own fucking siblings. I don't even know myself. I'm just going to work nonstop, says to feel useful, because maybe my mom or my dad will look at me and be like, you're a good ant, you're part of this thing.
Yeah,
that's the only connection they have. Let's go deeper into this ant psychology thing.
It's okay. So it's like they dig like all these cool tunnels, into the ground. They somehow know how to create these geometrically perfect tunnels with all these caverns, and then they just like, they cut leaves with their pincers, they pick up food, and then they go on these trails, and then they endlessly bring food. But the thing is, all the children are really good at working with one another. It's probably because they don't have like the mother or the father, so they have to like find it within each other. And they can like come together to make bridges across like vast, canyons for them. And they make these like ladders by like climbing on top of one another. It's pretty cool.
They're pretty smart. They're like a bunch of fucking Virgos.
Yeah, I think ants are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw this thing on YouTube.
Ants are so cool.
I saw this guy on YouTube, this YouTuber, and he was really stoned, and he had a thought where he was like, if it's pretty funny. He was like, if all the ants teamed up, like all the ants, they could take over humans. And he like was thinking about it. I was like, damn, you're kind of right. Like if they all teamed up, like all the ants in the world, because there's a ton of ants. Like imagine that.
Yeah. And like, have you seen those like hills, like those like mountainsides in the Middle East where they built all these like houses into the side of the mountain, like this network of houses into the sides of the mountain? There's like, they excavated this giant anthill, and it looks exactly the same as how, it's like an anthill that's like probably 3 times the height of a 6-foot human. It's like giant. And there's these houses built in to these like walls that are so similar to like what humans build. it's pretty cool. And like, I always think, everyone kind of thinks that insects are stupid, but, I think we don't quite understand like how quantum mechanics work and how like, okay, yeah, they might have a small brain, but does that mean they're stupid? Like on a relative level, like, do they have, very like intricate quantum kind of brains as well? Like, who knows how that works? And they can sense like all these electrical signals and kind of like ultraviolet frequencies, and their world is probably so different to ours, in terms of what they see.
They're very like Asians, like collectivist culture.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering we were gonna go there.
Well, I went there fast. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just feel like I don't know. I love ants. Yeah. So this podcast is being brought to you by Monster Energy Drink. Monster, find the monster within you. Featuring now taurine, ginseng, B vitamins, and L-carnitine. So it's the #1 drink in the world right now.
Exactly. Have you ever wondered what it was like to lift 10 times your body weight like an ant? Well, Monster Energy Drinks can give you just that. You could lift anything with a Monster Energy drink. Lift your dreams and aspirations and reach towards the sky with Monster power. Unleash the monster within.
And if you purchase 100 monsters at once and use code JesseTrey, you can get one for free. One free monster. So get over there, get to your local shops, buy the monsters, and find the monster within you. All right, back to the show. So, yeah. What else?
Man, you got to see this freaking giant anthill colony. I wish you had iMessage, but you don't.
I have a better phone than you, Trey. No, I do love my phone. It's just, it annoys me because like this thing here, when I take it off, there's already like a little mark and I have to get a black Sharpie. You would hate this just as much as me. Like, you see how the camera kind of pops out?
Yeah.
There's these tiny little white things, like
yeah.
You see them?
Yeah, I see it.
It's horrible, dude. To most people, it wouldn't annoy them, but to me, it's like, black Sharpie will save the day, but it's just such an expensive phone too.
Like, if you see this, it's like, this is like a interactive glass with
Don't compare your fucking 2-lens phone with my 4-lens, 5-lens phone.
I put a screen protector on it so it won't get damaged. But look, if I
but mine's the same. Mine's the same.
A flashlight comes on.
Mine's beautiful too. Look at how beautiful my thing is.
Yeah, yours is beautiful in like a cheap kind of way.
Dude, this phone is so expensive, dude. I guarantee you it's like more expensive than your phone. Is it? Unless you have the newest iPhone. That's the only way it's not more expensive.
I have the newest.
Okay, fuck. But this is the newest Samsung.
Well, Tesla is coming out. Elon Musk is coming out
with a phone.
Nikola Tesla's risen from his grave and jumped into the smartphone industry. But Elon Musk is coming out with a phone that you'll be able to control with a electronic brain chip.
I'm definitely getting that.
You can also control your electronic car, your Tesla car, with the phone on autopilot. And it's going to be connected to this thing that Elon Musk created called Starlink, which is these satellites that give you 4G signal anywhere in the world, even if you're in a really remote country. Starlink is like the satellite that flies over and gives you direct, like 4G transmission, 5G maybe, I don't know.
I can use that in France when I don't have any fucking Wi-Fi. So I'll
and
probably
it's
do
cheaper
that.
than an iPhone.
And Kanye was just saying like some shit about like you have to choose between oxygen and I forget his line in Wi-Fi. It was like welcome to sci-fi, something like welcome to sci-fi. Do you choose oxygen or Wi-Fi? I forget. I literally heard it once.
That's pretty profound.
It was super profound.
I would choose oxygen over Wi-Fi.
I would choose Wi-Fi because I got, to look at all the messages. I have to look at all the messages I don't answer and just like, look at my Instagram but not do anything. Sorry, everyone just sends me messages. I just Yeah, I need to get therapy for that. It's literally like I go on my Instagram, I look at what happens, and then I get overwhelmed and I run away.
Yeah.
Like I look at my messages, I don't want to open them, I don't want to disappoint someone. I look at my comments, I look at my likes, and I just run away. And then I just don't deal with it. Like this weird escapist shit. But we've talked about that enough. Okay, well shit, what else is there going on? COVID's pretty much done, right?
Yeah, all the laws in England are lifted. Although I hear France is still pretty bad.
Yeah, well, France is just bad in general, so coming from a Frenchman. So what is the say about the COVID conspiracy people? Or should we not go there?
What that the elite are trying to.
Yeah, just everything, dude. Like it's just like like I don't want to do this because I know some people listening to this have opinions and maybe they're right, so we don't know.
Well, I think we have certain counter opinions. Like for me, I never felt like I needed a vaccine. You know, I just felt like my immune system can handle it, and like, you know, I don't bloody need a vaccine. And I think it's wrong that they should mandate vaccines.
You missed out, dude.
I missed out on the
powerful. Do you remember the power? Dude, think about how good my life has been since the vaccine. Honestly, it's been all uphill.
Don't know about that.
Dude, think about it. Think about the timing when I got vaccinated.
When you didn't want to go in the sun. You're like, I hate the sun. I just want to be a vampire indoors.
I've always been like that. I hate the sun. Unless I'm at the beach. Yeah, so vaccinate yourselves, guys. I don't care if COVID ends. I want you guys all to get vaccinated. Triple, quadruple, quintinkle, sextinkle, 6, 11, 8, optical, whatever tickle. Get as many as you can. Get them all. And, you know, it's the new heroin. It really feels great to be vaccinated. So that's my, you know, spiritual communion for you guys today. Yeah.
I went to an ecstatic dance thing recently.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. You knew I was gonna have this reaction.
Yeah, I know.
You did this on purpose.
There was a DJ named Rudolph, and he was a French DJ. And before he started playing, he went around talking about fear and how he was feeling fearful, and then he started moving a little, and then he was like talking about how he felt shy, and then he started dancing his shyness, and it was really great, and there was a lot of connection and openness.
Do you want me to fucking like send someone in London and murder you right now, dude? No, I'm joking. So talk more about this openness. And use only spiritual lingo.
You see a lot of spiritual wooks, like they're very dirty and very stinky, and they're all like trying to merge with one another in this great polyamorous bundle of anxious laughter and insecurity about who they really are. So, you know, they all want to just merge into one because they're scared of their own individuality. And so they run to the great one who's supposed to merge them all and remove all that anxiety. You know, we don't have to be unique. We can all be the same in the one great eternal being that exists within the pure white light of Rava.
That's beautiful. Keep going.
And once you find the eternal soul, you will never have to be fearful again. The Savior is coming, the final, last prophet and mystic of our time, Chuchincho. He is the great creator and the great uniter, and he will merge our souls in the one true rainbow light cosmos, milky shower of heaven's sperm.
Wait, why is there music playing? keep talking.
You played that music.
No, it's because my Stereo was
You're
still
trying
on.
to start. You're trying to start a Romanian ecstatic dance. I knew it. Dude, you're gonna be DJ Pierre Inesan, the French guy who's going like, I feel anxious right now, but I'm gonna dance out my anxiety with you guys.
So what was the best part of his whole thing, his whole spiel?
I think the best part was the awkward.
Were you alone or with your girl?
No, I was with Hulky. I think the best part was the awkward hippies in the circle going like, woo, yeah, baby.
Hippies are cool though, you know, like.
No, yeah, I love them. I was a hippie.
You were like a weird hippie though, like not a good one.
Why? I was an acid hippie.
I'm just joking. I'm just trying to talk shit, trying to start some fights here.
Speaking of hippie, I just got my first dig. You know, bruh. I just got my first dig.
Yeah. Let's hear some didgeridoo. And I'm writing notes, by the way. We're gonna have really good. Tre plays the didgeridoo.
I don't even know if it'll sound well on this.
How do you spell didgeridoo?
Just say dig. That's the lingo that we dig players use. I don't know how to play the dig.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Trahan. He runs the barn. He's about to go to Ecuador and Brazil. He's about to drink some milk. He's about to be so smooth like silk. Whoa. He's about to make you lose your minds. He's about to make everyone divine. He's about to kill everyone in Brazil. And he's about to take that limitless pill.
Oh, there it is. Drop the bars. Give us a like on SoundCloud. Jesse Tre at thedig.com.
Yeah. And remember, buy Monster Energy. It'll make you a better person.
All right. So I think that's going to wrap us up right now.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good episode.
Yeah. I feel like we got some topics.
Oh, fuck. I didn't record any of it.
Yeah, I can see the record sign up at the top. You idiot.
You technophobe.
Dude, it's so funny. I thought you were going to say that right before you said it. It was just like...
Actually?
Yeah. I was like, you just shifted your energy. I was like, oh, he's going to pretend like he's going to say, oh, I haven't been recording. So I actually looked to see before you said it.
God damn it. That's good because it means we're in sync, which means we're definitely doing this trip. Let's get in talks, negotiation talks with the trip.
Intoxicated.
I will not stay at anything lower than a 5-star resort.
Oh, fuck, Jesse.
I'm just joking. Of course, it's not going to be.
Dude, we're staying in tents with no showers.
No, dude,
no
I can't
coffee,
do. I can't do
kratom.
the. You know, I can't. Oh no, no kratom for me. Really, you want me to kill myself? It's legal, dude. I can just bring it with me and drink it like all day. No, I don't drink it.
Need some rape. We need some rape. Rape.
Are you gonna smoke weed?
I mean, if it appears.
If it appears, if I make it appear. As everyone knows, I don't smoke weed. Tre doesn't smoke weed, but Tre's literally the funniest fucking dude in the world when he smokes. I know it's like not that funny to imagine it because you have no possible view of how it might be, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's I think my multiple personalities that I've been repressing my entire life because I'm trying to adhere to a normalcy standards of what it means to be human come out when I smoke weed because it's like tapping into my unconscious repressed cells
and past life, your Indian past life, like as a yogi, like you like talk so like everyone in the room stops and you make a gesture like And like there's like silence for 15 seconds, and then you say a word so diligently. One must not. I don't even know what you say.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Give us I'm not even gonna fucking say the thing about advice or topics because no one fucking messages us ever. But if you want advice, if you want a topic to be spoken about, well, maybe if I check my messages, I would actually know. Ironically. I check them all eventually. Like, I don't know. Oh wait, so this is how your phone is? How my old phone was? Only 3?
It's like glass on the back, like a strong glass, like a blue glass.
So is
Or
this?
not glass. Yeah, it's like isn't that metal?
No, this is pure, beautiful, sexy glass.
Whoa. Damn.
It's like
Yeah, that is
beautiful.
sexy.
This is my old phone.
That looks like the
Like
color of the soul before you got traumatized.
me or just in general.
You.
Dude, fuck you, bro. But it's kind of true. My soul's
That
purple.
looks
though.
like the color of your soul before I murdered you in a past life, like spearing you through your head
Oh
and like
yeah,
chopping off your lower
like
regions.
innocent child me.
Yeah. And then
That's why.
I come in as like the Viking and just like freaking destroy your house and your life and just leave you like this broken, abandoned child who goes into prison, and your soul becomes this dark red, black, purple twist of anguish.
And then I can't become a musician in this lifetime because I have too much like past life trauma, even though I'm like super good at it
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all because
awesome.
of Viking Tre just destroyed you.
Yeah, and then you went and fucked my wife like right after.
Yeah.
And then you just left and did it to someone else. Oh no, you just
Yeah.
left and then you killed my chicken like that. My chicken and ate it like raw in my front yard.
And your favorite goat friend, like your special goat friend, like you had such a bond with this goat.
Oh, don't go there. Don't bring goats into this, dude. Come on.
You'll never have
goats.
You'll never have cheese again.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's been weird, but you know, sometimes in life you gotta not think very much. We had a good episode.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? It is what it is. All right.
Yeah, no, I love this one. All right.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
All right, I'm ending recording. Bye, guys.